We're back on Straight Talk with Sandra Reich. Even on the commercial breaks, we were having such a fascinating conversation about serotonin and how it affects women. I left on the commercial break talking about, as a career woman, I'm asking Dr. Gray, what do I do? Like in my company, and many women feel this way, in my company, I need to be in control. So how do I make sure naturally that my serotonin levels stay and my estrogen stays nice and high when I get home and go into another role, which is not always being in control? How do I do that?
Okay, so it's clearly, we are not out of control people in that we can set intentions and follow through. And we set intentions based upon information of what's most important. And women have to realize the challenge is they come home and they're too busy to talk to their partners because they don't realize that talking, like what we do in therapy, but talking with someone who loves you is the number one stimulator of estrogen and oxytocin. Now, what happens, it's almost like the force of gravity. When we're out of balance, we go further out of balance. So women who are busy working in you time, my daughter Lauren Gray at our website, she explains all this about women's hormones and their different modes of behavior, but one of them is you time, and that's when you're producing testosterone. Then you come home, ideally you produce estrogen and oxytocin, which is we time. Once you've done we time, it's only through we time that women can produce the estrogen and oxytocin to lower their stress levels. Once women's stress levels are low, then women need to move into the third aspect of me time. Me time is really necessary for her to rebuild her progesterone and her testosterone, because during the day, if she's being, in her testosterone side, she will become depleted in testosterone. So women experience this energy burnout. They don't have the energy. The energy comes from testosterone, but you run out of testosterone because you can't rebuild it, because you can't rebuild testosterone when you're feeling stressed. See, men have an advantage over women in this situation. They go and they use up their testosterone solving problems. Then they come home and they can turn their brain off to rebuild their testosterone. But women can't turn their brain off to rebuild testosterone until they first rebuild their estrogen and oxytocin. Does this make sense to you?